table, take a seat. We are here with Susan Beacham, our money expert, founder of Money Savvy Generation. How are you, Susan?
I am doing well. How are you, Sandy?
All right. Well, you know what? You're going to probably yell at me because I kind of have a vibe of what you're already going to say about this topic. But so we're talking about, and we asked the kids, should you get paid for performance? Should you get paid for good grades? Should you get paid when you do a really good job at something? So we'll first see what the kids say. I'll confess what I do, and then you can give us the best advice out there. Okay.
Should you get paid for good grades or when you do a really good job at something?
Yes, for doing good work in school.
How much do you think you should get paid?
$5.
Should kids get paid for getting good grades in school?
No, they should just get, if they have something special, they get, a sticker in the classroom. They could get that.
Good grades, if you get a 4, you should get $10, so that if you get all 4s, you have, $100.
So that motivates you?
Yes, it motivates me to get better grades so that I think, I can get money, and then I'll have enough money to go shopping.
Do you think that you should get paid for good grades or when you do something good?
Yes.
How much do you think you should get paid?
$20.
And why?
Because I worked hard.
Well, now my confession to you is I do pay my kids for good grades. Is that bad?
No. See, now you thought I was going to say yes.
I totally thought you were going to say yes.
It's not the reward or the incentive. They're two different things. We'll talk about that in a second. It's not the reward or incentive you've chosen. It's whether or not it's going to work long term. So what you need to do in addition to paying money for grades is what's important. Working hard in the responses from the kids, working hard can be payment itself. We don't want to get in front of that as parents. We don't want kids to think they need to have a financial gain every time they work hard. The payment is the accomplishment and the self-satisfaction of a job well done. It's a lesson learned. Just paying for grades, it's not going to accomplish what you as a parent truly want, and that is a successful adult. So when we use incentives and rewards, like paying for grades, the goal is to get our kids to develop the desire to do well, some for the love of doing the job and the internal satisfaction of the accomplishment, and others for financial gains. We don't want it to be all about the money because it's not going to work long term. There's a lot of research that says it works in the beginning, but it doesn't hang in there. All of a sudden, $20 isn't enough. It also robs kids of that initial satisfaction of just doing a job well done.
I kind of see it as, so school, I tell the kids, that's your job. Your job, mommy
That's
goes
right.
to work, that's my job. I get paid for when I do a good job. School is your job. You get paid when you do a good job. The better job you do, the more you get paid.
Define good job. I think parents use strategies that they're comfortable with. But what we forget is what we know as an adult, our kids don't know yet. So when you're giving $20 for A's, what's that saying to a child? Unless it's an A, it's not good enough. The satisfaction of working hard, becoming it at a B, that's not really as worth as much as A. So what does that do to the value of the hard work that they did to get the B? So there's two things here. There's incentives, and that's a money promise up front for reaching a goal. So I'll give you $20 if you get an A. That works at first, and then it starts to lose steam because the initial amount isn't provocative. I'm still working hard. I'm getting A's. 20, how about 25? What about a child whose best job is a B or a C? Will they never attain the $20? Does that suggest they shouldn't even try?
Oh man, Susan, I didn't think it through like this.
And what about the kid who has been told they'll get $20 for an A?
Yeah.
And then the parent walks, scene is over. Parent walks off stage and the child's left with the goal of getting an A. Have you talked to your child about the strategy that they need to get the A? Until someone teaches them, they don't know. If you say to me, I have done all of these things and I'm just not good at geometry, I've tried, do you not give them the $20 when that B was their A? We don't all have to get the prize every time we get in the game. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with not winning the prize, but there is something wrong with suggesting that the A after effort is better than the B or the C if that's your child's skill level. Rewards are easier to administer, I think, as a parent because they're ongoing motivation and they're encouragement. So they're not, I'll give you 20 if you reach the goal of an A. They're, you did a good job this week. I noticed every day you came in, you hit the books. I think that's great. Things like that, noticing your child's discipline, noticing your child's sacrifices, there's currency in that for your kid, and it's called self-esteem. And the stronger a child feels about their progress, the more likely they are to reach the goal. Praise. And then celebration. Instead of here's a 20, they come home with the report card and you get your favorite meal made for you. That's currency for kids. It helps them establish priorities. It reinforces that the priority of studying first and the discipline of doing the work that it took to get where they got was worth it.
So you're focusing on the effort that is behind the grade, the ultimate grade. Okay, well, I did not get an A in this class. So I'm not getting my $20 today. So what? All right. This is constantly a conversation about teaching your kids the valuable lessons they're not learning in school. And if you go to your website, Susan, Money Savvy Generation, you have the Money Savvy Generation Pig, which is the very first tool that we can use to start the conversation.
There's a bunch of resources, especially books. You know, we've done a children's series and we've done a series that goes from teens all the way to young adults that are very readable, quick reads that can get a child thinking about money and make them confident enough after these quick reads to have a conversation with you or ask a question. A lot of people don't ask questions because they're afraid they're going to look stupid, and our kids are no different. So if you give them a quick read, like in one of our official money guide books or in our children's series, it helps them feel stronger about the topic. And that's what you want. You want them willing to talk about money because it'll help them avoid many of the pitfalls and mistakes they can fall into as they get older.
Perfect. All right, Susan, thank you.
You are welcome.